nuts and bolts training, and I think this is just something that daily practices, which you guys, if you implement it, it's going to change your business and whatever you just want out of life. So this is the book that I got. And this is what a lot of what basically I'm training from. It's called The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. So you have to kind of, like, it's for network marketers because he has a couple different Miracle
really
Morning,
good.
but it's by Hal Elroy and Pat Petrini. So you just want to make sure it's for network marketers because it's a, yeah, there's some other ones. So I just want to I just want you guys all to remember why you started your business for just a minute. I'm sure in addition to wanting like one of the, a huge business in Arbonne, I bet you also want to stop struggling and have more money than month, and also to quit missing your goals and to just quit and just release all those negative emotions that come with those challenges, right? So mornings are actually the key to all of this. So all of the things that you're worried about or in your business and your life, the mornings are the key. So more important than the time that you start your day is the mindset with which you start your day. So why do mornings matter so much, you guys? You're more proactive, you're gonna get more done, you're gonna anticipate problems, and you're gonna be able to handle them a little bit better when they come your way. You're gonna be able to be more organized and to actually get more done. You're gonna have more energy. You're gonna gain the early bird advantages such as, morning people are more persistent and resistant to fatigue, frustration, and difficulties, which leads to actually lower levels of anxiety and lower rates of depression, and also like higher levels of like satisfaction, and also there's research done that's like less substance abuse. So that sounds like a pretty good thing that most people like, but if you want, and you also want to avoid the night owl disadvantages. So sometimes when your day gets away from you, you're like, oh, I'll just stay up till like 2 a.m. and get this done. But research also shows that you're more likely to suffer from insomnia, ADHD, develop addictive behaviors, mental disorders, antisocial tendencies, and even like attempt suicide. So that sounds awful. So I would always be like, oh, I was kind of a night owl, and I'm like, oh, I just want to do this. But since reading this book, it's been really, really neat. So you're probably like, what the heck is Miracle Morning, and how do I achieve it? So the acronym is SAVERS. I'm saying life because that's just one word, but SAVERS is the acronym that we're going to kind of break down. And these are 6 key practices that you're going to want to do every single day for not just achieving your career goals in Arbonne, but also life goals. So the first one is silence. And when I don't mean silence, I don't mean just like don't do anything or like, because your mind is racing still. Most people in network marketing, we're just like glued to our technology, or we're just stressed all the time about when the next sale's coming or who's going to be sponsoring our business, or just go, go, go. We really just don't take the time to like slow down, especially if you've got family stuff, you're working. You just need to slow down and just stop and just like be quiet. So choices that you can practice to be silent are you can do meditation, you can do prayer, you can do reflection, deep breathing, or gratitude. So any of those are just silence. And so there's actually, I chose meditation because that's something that I just want to start doing. It's very hard and for me to do, to just sit, and that's probably of the savers, it's one of the ones that I want to skip the most because I don't have time to be silent, but it's one of the most important ones. So some guided apps on your phone that you can download that are free. I use one that's actually just called meditation. I also have one that's called 5-minute meditation, 5-minute relaxation. But there are others like Headspace, Simply Being. Yep, so if you just Google like meditation, you're gonna come up with a bunch. And I suggest downloading a couple and then just seeing what they're about and if you like them. And if you don't have an app on your phone or enough storage, you can just go to YouTube and Google that same thing. So I just think that's just super important. And I'm gonna kind of break down like how long you're doing these for at the end. So just take mental notes for that. So then the second one is affirmations. That's the A in Savers. So basically, you guys, if you want a better business, you need better mental programming. And that's the problem that's the toughest thing in this business is the mental programming that we just aren't used to before our run. The key is to maintain confidence, enthusiasm, motivation, and momentum, because honestly, you guys, 95% of people are going to say no to us. It's a statistic. And you just need to have that thick skin and know if you have those affirmations down, those no's aren't gonna bug you. So you have to just be strong and fully believe that this business is your gateway to the dreams and goals that you wanna meet. So here's another thing, is how you write your affirmations can somehow be key to how you achieve those goals or how you talk to yourself. Because your subconscious mind, sometimes you're like, oh, I'm gonna be an RVP by tomorrow, well, that's like by December, and you're a consultant. And then your subconscious mind is like, no you're not, are you kidding me, you have no parties on your calendar, everybody's saying no to you, so your subconscious is telling you that you're not gonna achieve that. So what I want you to do is write your affirmations not by what you want, but what you're committed to doing. Because that's something is that everybody wants things, and this is why affirmations can be tough to write and don't always work. Because it's really easy to write down a goal, you want to be a national vice president, but if you don't have those steps, then it's not going to work. So how you do that is you write down the specific outcome that you want, and then you reinforce your commitment by including your why, and provide clarity with when and how often you will execute the action steps needed to achieve your outcome. So this isn't related to RBOB, but just an example, like you want to lose 40 pounds. So this is an affirmations, and it covers each of those key points. To ensure that I lose 40 pounds, I'm 100% committed to going to the gym 5 days a week and running on the treadmill for a minimum of 20 minutes per day from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. no matter what. I will feel better inside out and therefore be able to run the 5K, which is my ultimate goal. So you kind of see like how you broke that down. So not just like, I want to lose 40 pounds. That's not going to do anything because you don't know. You didn't tell yourself what you're doing. So if you're having trouble writing your affirmations, you can go to TMM, which is capital, tmmbook.com, which is basically, it just stands for the Miracle Morning, and print out sample affirmations until some of your own can come to mind. Also, there are bedtime affirmations that are a must to print out, you guys. Like, so they actually make you like sign your name, and when you did this and you say it out loud, I can pass these around, but I read these to myself every day out loud, and they're really kind of cool. But I don't know if you guys wanted to look at them, but those are on that tmmbook.com. So those are just free. He has a ton of free exercises and stuff, and I'm a very structured person, so I love that. So lastly, I want you guys to also create your miracle mantra and say it multiple times throughout the day. So the miracle mantra consists of the words I will, and then you can draw a line if you don't know what you want specifically. So in parentheses, you're going to put make the next sale, call 20 people, reach my goal, whatever your specific goal is, no matter what. So there is no other option with an exclamation point. That's what you want to tell yourself. So for me, I will become a regional vice president December 31st, 2016, no matter what. There is no other option. Another thing, Rita Davenport, who's our previous president, she just says, keep telling yourself, I'm the greatest. So by, what's his name? Yeah. And she said there's actually like something like endorphins and something that's linked to when you put your hands on your hips and you say it out loud, it's actually, you're going to believe it more. So saying, I will become a regional vice president, blah, 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 and then I'm the greatest. So do that throughout the day when you're in your car, and it's going to take a little bit of time. Like you guys have heard, it takes 21 days to fix any habit, but it's really helpful when you have kind of these savers to work off of. So then V is visualization. So visualization is a technique that you're going to use your imagination to create what you want in your life. So the key is to not, this is the biggest key, you guys, and I found this out after reading this book, is do not visualize your results. Visualize the actions needed to get to your results. So again, even though my miracle mantra is to become a regional vice president, that's not what I'm visualizing. I'm visualizing, and not when I'm in my car. That's definitely something great to like visualize, but you need to visualize, okay, I have 7 parties this month left. How are those going to go? What am I going to, like, who am I going to see? Who am I going to sponsor? The PCs that I need? What are my activities that I need for November and December? All those things what you need to visualize. So after I found out, I'm like, I don't really know how to visualize actually now, because you've heard like visualize the smell of the leather interior when you have it, and that's just something that actually your brain, so there's been studies too that your brain somehow when you're telling yourself that, yes, you start to actually believe that's true, but that your brain also thinks that you've already semi-completed it. So that might be something that you're focusing on the wrong thing. So it's still great to have that maybe at the end of your visualization piece
visualization of your action plan. So I thought that was really cool because I didn't think about it that way, but it is. It's like when you hear about visualization, the more you tell yourself, the more you're going to believe it, and your brain tells you that. So he's like, I'm confused. I thought we were already a regional vice president because you're telling me that, and I'm a consultant or something, you know? So my brain is a key. But some of you may not agree with this, but it's just, you probably experience this at some level or not. So it's an easy way to do is how to kind of practice visualization is to take out your goal or your monthly goals and break them down into action steps on how to achieve them. And then maybe as you're reading through them, then it'll be a little bit easier guided visualization for you to practice. So there are also apps and online tools that you can help to paint your vision too. A couple that I downloaded just to try and figure out which ones I like. It's called My Amazing Life. There's also Dream Cloud and Start My Day. So one of those, I can't remember which one, actually talks to me. I like it talking to me, so it's a little bit like the meditation where it's like close your eyes and visualize. I started crying the other day. I'm like, oh my god. You know, but I like it when they make me get that deep versus like some of them like just want you to write it down, like your visualization. So some of those are a little bit of journaling. So if you like that option better, it's good to do that.
You had My Amazing Life, Dream Cloud, and what?
Start My Day. Thank you.
Which one was the talking one?
I forget.
Oh, okay.
But it's embedded into it, so it's a little bit of meditation on top of like guided visualization or guided exercises, it's called. So then E is for exercise. This is something I really need to work on because it's one of the ones that I like to cheat on. Because being honest with you, it's tough to kind of get used to this myself, but I've just noticed the results so far. So you can Google YouTube, you do like yoga. I have to do stretches for my car accident, and those are something that I'm just using as my exercise for right now. And then there's also the 7-minute workout app, which is really fun because it's like you have 7 minutes. It like does like 12 jumping jacks and then push-ups and then this and this and this. And that's in 7 minutes. I'm like, I love that. But you can also go to like a workout class or something too. So it's just really a good idea because how good do you feel after a workout? Like I reminded myself when I used to work out a lot. I'm like, oh, I felt like I ate healthier I chose healthier choices. I was more energized. I was ready to tackle my day. That's what you want to feel like. Imagine if you went into that, you know, if you decided to do your E and then call a couple people or do a couple follow-ups, like you just were in that right mindset. So don't make excuses, and that's why it's so important to complete the savers in the morning because you haven't gone through much during the day yet, where it can actually say, oh, I'm just going to do this later tonight, and you actually never do it. So that's just really important. And I really think too, there is a good method for following it in this order. Because silence is really good to get yourself in the right mindset to visualize positively, exercise to stay in that positive mindset, and then the R is reading. And you just kind of keep on this like positive train. And honestly, you guys, stop making the excuse that you're not a big reader. And honestly, none of us probably were before R1, and I'm like, I used to like to read like the Twilight books and stuff, but like, quit telling yourself that you don't read. You need to learn to read or you're never going to grow your business. It's just, I mean, honestly, and I believe in audiobooks, but those audiobooks are only for when you're on your way to shows, on your way to work. Do not use the excuse that you don't have time to read because you need to have a physical book in front of you to highlight, to underline, because I have You're a Badass by Jen Sincero on audio. I've listened to it 3 times, but do you think I can tell you an exact thing that I learned from her? No, because there's a study done too in school. You need to read it, write it, and listen to it, and then you'll remember it. But I only listen to Jen Sincero in the car, so I don't remember it. So it's great to have, but you need to have some physical books that you're reading. So you ask yourself, do you want to have financial success? Do you want to build better relationships in your life? Do you want to improve your leadership skills? Then you need to be a reader, honestly. This is what it is. And I just also want to remind you, your business will not outgrow you. So this is one of the key steps in growing in your business. Because I think all of us have become better people from this business and more positive and not as selfish. I know I personally have been. There's still more work to do, but I'm so much more aware of what I'm saying to myself or to others and just how I'm acting. So it's just like you won't get that anywhere else from books. So I would say just start, if you just literally hate reading, you're one of those people that are like, shut up, Lauren, like I really don't like to read. Just start with 5 pages, or start with 1 page for a week. Start with 1 page and like, I did it. I accomplished my goal of 1 page a week. then move to 5 pages for a week. If you're still having trouble, do another week of 5, and then do 10. I mean, ideally it's good to do like 10 to 20 minutes, but if you can't, just focus on the pages, because sometimes I'm in a rush and I'm like, okay, I'm reading, okay, I'm at 2:35, I need to get to 2:45, and I'm good, you know, and then I still achieve my goal. So, but now you can also read the Bible or any religious text too, because those are quite positive too. So don't think to like a lot of network marketers that you'll read in the book that they do like quick excerpts of really successful network marketers. They read like the Bible or the Torah or something too. So you can also do that. Okay, the last one is S for scribing, which is just journaling, and this is good to just do every single day. This allows you to document your ideas, thoughts, breakthroughs, realizations, successes, failures, lessons learned, as well as personal growth, areas of personal growth and opportunity. You can do physical or digital writing. So my personal preference is online, so I just like to type it because I have bad hands. But if you like to write, that's great too. There's an app on your phone or either your computer that you can download for a 5-minute journal. It's $4.99 for the iPhone app. It's just an amazing format. It's very structured because it starts with, I am grateful for this today. What would make today great? And it just takes 5 minutes. And so I personally love that structure because it also kind of includes like a little bit of gratitude. So I don't need to have a gratitude journal and this journal and this journal. And I'm like, I can't keep up and then I don't do anything. There's also, you can do the Miracle Morning Journal. That's a physical journal. You can buy off Amazon, but that's directly related to this book. So I wanted to pass that around next. And this is a sample that you can also print out, so you can do it for a month and see if you like it, and then you can actually go out and buy it. So, and you'll see that there are gaps because it's hard for me to journal. I'm trying this versus like write online, and there's a lot of gaps in the day. So it's really great. But what I really do like about this too is you'll notice that each day of each week, what did you accomplish this week? What are the top 3 things you want to do? And then it also has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday with check boxes. So to make sure if you've completed all the savers. And so you're going to see too, I'm really good at reading and affirmations, but the other ones I'm still really like working on. But that's just something that I can physically see that I need to work on a lot. So when do you get up? Because I'm sure you're like, okay, this is great. But when do I do this? Honestly, it's when you get up in the morning. I know you've heard like 5 a.m. club and I'm like, I can't do that unless you have kids, but it is a really successful tool to like get up early before your family, before your kids, because then those distractions don't hit you. But so it's easier, you know, and the bedtime affirmations, if you saw, like you wrote like what time you're gonna go to bed and what time you're gonna wake up. And he also suggested puts your phone very far away from you so that you have to just physically get up and turn off the alarms. But how much time you spend on each is this. So for silence, you're gonna spend. This is the Miracle Morning. It's kind of like the Miracle Morning hour. You're gonna spend 10 minutes on silence, 10 minutes on affirmations, 5 minutes on visualization, exercise for 10 minutes, read for 20. You see how important that is? Putting that exclamation again. Scribing for 5 minutes. So doesn't it just make this breaking it down so much easier to figure out how much time to spend on it? You can set yourself a timer. Yeah, right, I'm done. Yes, Kelly.
I just have a question. Like in the book, does it really say do they recommend that it's only 10 minutes of exercise, or like is it okay if you're like, okay, I gotta drive to the gym and do it for like an hour? Or does that
I think he just tries to keep it in the Miracle Morning because you're gonna read a lot of the successful people. They'll work out for like 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay, I was just gonna like throw it off if it was longer.
No, I don't think so. I think he just really.
I would like go to the gym, like,
I gotta go.
I don't know.
She's going like 90 to the gym just to get there in time.
Yeah, no, and definitely that's something, I love this because I don't work out, and that's like, okay, I only get 10 minutes, and I'm like, yes, and then I'm done. But I'm sure.
A good app's Work It.
Yes, Work It.
Work It. You can set 10 minutes, and then they like show you how to do it, and then you do it for like 30 seconds, and then when like 8 seconds are up, they tell you the next exercise.
That's what
They have like yoga. They
Oh,
have.
that's good.
They have like all the cardio, everything that you can pick.
Cool.
Yep. Do all that and then work out.
What is that?
Yes.
Swerk it.
Swerk it.
Swerk it.
How'd you spell
I
it?
need to do
Yeah.
that, cause I like, the gym is like therapy too.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, and you release so many endorphins when you do exercise too, and more positive thoughts and like versus the serotonin as well. So
I also heard like you were not supposed to do like when you first wake up, look at your phone, and that's
That's what I was about to
what
touch
you're
on.
Oh, and I've been bad at that.
yeah, I was just about to touch on that, you guys.
So, and
Yeah.
you're supposed to do this right when you wake up in the morning, like
Yes.
before you start your
I'm
day.
right about to get to that.
This
Okay.
is what the Swerk It app looks
Yeah.
like if you're interested.
Okay. Yes.
What was the app again for the journal that you said was like $4.99?
5-minute journal. Yeah. So, okay, so that was just a breakdown of an hour. It's a sample. For me, it's great, but if you are great, like you love to work out, and you have your set workout, stick to that workout time, but make sure you just stick to those other times. I think exercise is a very flexible one because people have certain things they've been doing. So,
At least.
but let's say you're also like me, where I'm like, I'm too busy, I don't have time, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. Or I like have like super early morning appointments. You do it in 6 minutes, so you do everything for 1 minute. So you still get it done. So I sometimes when I like early this week I was so stressed and I'm like, oh my god, I just can't. I have to skip my silence. I have to skip this. I have to skip this. But then Hal says, no, you can't skip it. Just do a minute because you're still gonna feel good about yourself just doing a minute. And if it takes you to just read a paragraph for a minute in your book, great. You know, do all these things for a minute. And so I just really thought that was really powerful because sometimes we can get so bogged down with how much we have to do. And the first thing that we're going to skip out on is how we can grow ourselves every day. That's something that we can easily just log on to Facebook and go figure out all the messages that we need to go through.
Or if you sleep in and your
Yeah, or
child wakes up halfway through doing it.
yeah, and then you only have a minute left on this. Run in place for a minute. Hurry. Yeah.
I like go like get him out of his room real quick while I'm like jumping.
We just hold our kids like medicine balls and do squats.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so my
That'd be a
next
heavy
biggest
freaking
tip
medicine
for all
ball.
of you guys is to put your phone on airplane mode when you go to sleep.
Yeah,
And do not take it off airplane mode until your savers are done.
that's a good.
Because you will not, because that is the first thing, what do you do when you wake up in the morning?
Check
Check
my
your phone.
notifications.
Does your alarm still go off?
See, that's the thing, my next question is I also turn on my, cause I usually have my phone on vibrate, but I turn my phone like on, but when you put it on airplane mode, nothing will go off except for your alarms.
Oh yeah, I'm off in Canada. Mine
Yep.
is on airplane mode.
So I have to set 3 alarms, so I set mine for 6:45, 6:50, and 7, and by 6:50 Bentley's growling at me to get up, so he's my 4th alarm clock. But then I bring my phone everywhere with me, but I do not open it or my computer until I'm done with that, because it's so easy to get distracted and it's so much easier to answer an email or get a preferred client order or something than it is to finish those. So it's just really, really important tip that has been super successful.
That's a really good
I'm
tip.
terrible
If
about
you-
before bed. Like,
Yeah, because then you won't hear
Yeah.
email notifications,
Yeah.
you won't hear Facebook dings, you won't hear any of that. You're like, oh, the world turned off for me. Until
Yeah.
See, I usually put it on silent, but I do first thing in the morning. I'm like,
with like my phone and like.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's really bad.
Even because it's talking about
See, I don't have that
how you
issue
set
going to
yourself
bed.
up the night before to go
Yep,
to sleep.
yep,
Okay, so
yep. Yeah, I just wanted to skip that part, but yeah, so definitely setting yourself up for,
It says not to push snooze in the morning.
right.
I'm guilty.
I still
Oh, yeah.
clearly have 3 alarms.
I like at 6 because I have Marcus's and then I have Harper's.
see,
Yeah,
I
6
purposefully
alarms,
set
I
my
have.
alarm 15 minutes early so I can snooze it
And
3
then it
times.
also, and then he talks about too in the book on how the steps to prevent yourself from hitting the snooze button so you can set yourself up for success. The biggest thing I do at night before your next day is to make your plan of what you're about to do the next day, because then you're gonna be able to get out of bed quicker. But then he's like, take a shower, drink a glass of water, like do a couple of these things to kind of get yourself ready because you know it's important to you. So that's the only thing I had is just remember everything's difficult before it's easy. The more you practice, the easier it's going to be. But I've just really found when I think the biggest thing is making your list before bed and then waking up and getting all this stuff down, because I'm like, I make really long to-do lists which are not productive at all. But I like in the last couple weeks I've accomplished mostly everything. I'm like, what do I do now? I have so much time. I'm like, okay, I can stop. I can go like watch Bentley. Yeah. But the one thing I just also want to leave you with is an excerpt from the book in case you need a little encouragement, since we are at mid-month, and this is usually when people start to rearrange their goals and say, oh, well, that's not going to happen something that you wanted to set out to achieve this month. So this is his thing that he said, come back, highlight, underline, come back to when you're, I don't know if you guys will be able to read, but I can read it out and take a picture of it, but do not quit, he says. Please do not quit. You must keep moving forward towards your network marketing goals. There are millions of people around the world in all different countries, of all different ages, backgrounds, ethnicities, and levels of education who have made tremendous incomes in their lives and built huge businesses. This is all changed from network marketing. So I ask you to consider this question. Do you honestly believe that there's anything that millions of people can do that you can also do? I don't think so, and I hope that you don't either. So just remember every single day when you're feeling low to come back to that, because you are worth it. You can do this business. So
That's a great